What is going on, guys? This is HydroxideAnt, and I'm joined by Kyle for
Hi.
Background Noise, episode 354. Tonight, we are going to be covering animated Disney movies, D&D classes, and possibly League of Legends, if our friend who knows the most about League of Legends shows up.
I would have thought that a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, but
years
the
ago,
reason that you and I haven't done it together is because I think you said there's a few characters you
stopped
don't
playing.
know.
Yeah.
Right, and you stopped playing. So, yeah. Alright, so Leaky said specifically self-organization of particles and open and closed systems here is where you say, okay, no, cool, let me Google that. Yes, 100%, that is a Google-worthy thing to say. So, we are going to crack on with animated movies first, I think. Animated Disney movies, I should say. And if anyone in chat, you have one of these movies you really like, tell me. Tell me about it and tell me why you like it. So
Didn't we do like a
we did a bracket fight.
bracket fight or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we haven't done
You
like
know where my stance is then.
for like a few of these movies, yes.
Okay.
Like I know where you're at Fox and the Hound, and I'm not going to take that from you.
Bambi.
And Bambi too. Yeah, those are the two of you.
Bambi's
Hercules
my boy.
should be S tier. Hercules was so good. I watched that
Hercules
movie
is really good.
so many times. 101 Dalmatians S tier, Frozen and Frozen 2 S plus tier. Okay.
No,
Reese,
no,
one
Reese.
of these.
Reese,
Reese,
no.
your demands might be a little hard for me to upkeep, but everyone else's seem pretty reasonable to me. So the first one on our list, we're just going to go in order, is Mulan. And Kyle, do you know
series
what
is
I
such a
did
kid.
today? I actually took the time and grabbed the box office stats for all these movies. Well, I have a list of them.
Okay.
So I can tell you that out of all animated movies of all time, not just Disney's, Mulan grossed the 93rd. And out of all Disney movies, Mulan is the 30th ranked on Rotten Tomatoes.
XD.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, alright, so chat is saying C/B tier for Mulan. I liked
actually-
Mulan, but B tier feels fair for me. Pros about Mulan. Man, like, I feel like I always love side characters. Come on, Eddie Murphy is a dragon. He's just a little dragon.
That's why it goes B.
That's
not
B
C,
tier.
okay.
It's B for Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy
yeah.
as a dragon, right, guys? Like,
Otherwise
come on.
it'd be lower, I
And, like, I know it has no dialogue, but the little cricket. I like the little cricket.
God damn
Cute
it.
little cricket. Yeah. So I think Mulan is fair to be B tier, and everyone seems to be agreeing that Eddie Murphy is the reason why it's in B tier. To defeat the Huns. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
The Huts.
You had a gecko named Mushu? Oh, that's amazing. The story was meh, and I feel like it doesn't help the animated movie Mulan that there was so much, I guess, for lack of a better term, like backlash with the in real life version recently. So, you know. But the next movie on our list, Kyle.
I'm down
it's
for Aladdin.
Aladdin. Aladdin is
Yeah.
a great movie. So about Aladdin, it's great. Like
Yeah, I think it's
Robin
easy to say,
Williams as the genie alone is like S tier. Period.
What do you mean? You're forgetting the best character of the whole fucking movie.
Is it Gilbert Godfrey as the
It is.
parrot? Okay. All right, we have unanimous support in the chat too for S tier, so let's send this baby into S tier. But
Perfect.
just for anyone who's curious, out of all animated Disney movies on Rotten Tomatoes, Aladdin is the 9th highest rated compared to say Mulan that was like 30th. And let me see if it's on the top 100 for box off. I don't know if it would be. It is
Yeah, no,
52nd for all animated movies, which are yet again also non-Disney movies are counted into that list. So
I don't know all of these. What the
yeah, I don't know all of them either, so I'm really hoping that, say, maybe someone in chat would. But this next one, this is Toy Story 1, it looks like. I'm not seeing multiple Toy Stories, so what we can do, we could group all of them into one if you
Yeah,
want, or we could
it's
just
fine.
do
You
Toy
can
Story.
do the whole series. I think there's not multiple, right?
There's 4. movies now, and I've seen all 4.
I think I see 3. Remember the first 2 in theaters.
I saw.
I had a good time watching.
I think I don't know if I could have seen Toy Stories 1 and 2 in theaters, but okay. Chat is saying A tier, and I'm inclined to agree with A tier because I love Toy Story, and I think Toy Story is like sort of like.
I don't think it's good enough for us, but
it's
yeah,
not. But it's
definitely
also
doesn't
like
beat-
this
I also-
one of
I
the
agree.
staple animated movies you probably think of when you think of like young animated movies. So box office out of all time, Toy Story is 4 is 5, 3 is 6, 2 is 51st, and 1 is 75. But I feel
Wow,
I feel like Leaky put out a really good point though. It's sort of
before
like
there was 7
keep coming by. There was not 7 billion people in the planet in
Yeah.
1995 when the original Toy Story came out.
Yeah. Saw that shit in theaters, dude.
And yeah, Toy Story was cut. It was pretty dark before they changed stuff. So I think Toy Story, like as a whole, in A tier. I'm cool with that. Like to me, it's a good movie. There were only 4 billion people in 1995. That's a 3 billion people disadvantage. I think that's just not fair. Say even if there was 5, that's a 2 billion. That's still a whole lot of people.
I didn't even have a computer then.
Yeah, right. So like, so the next movie on the list, I guarantee like people aren't gonna want to rate it high. I loved it as a kid. Chicken Little. I really enjoyed Chicken Little. I don't know why. I don't even think it's gonna come up on like. Oh, Chicken Little's 91st of all the animated movies.
I don't know if I want to call it a C. That seems aggressive.
Chicken
I
Little
thought
is
it was
65. Okay, so it did get hit very hard on Rotten Tomatoes. It is 65th out of
fun. Was it that bad? I don't remember.
out of 69. I thought it was a decent movie. But they're saying 37% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I believe this is we're getting C's and D's. Okay.
Oh. Is it that bad? I was
Chicken Little was really
it seemed
enjoyable
pretty
as a
average
kid.
when I watched it.
Yeah, so I'll be honest though, I haven't not seen Chicken Little probably in over a decade.
I haven't watched it
and Dorsey haven't watched it in 9 years. Okay, so Leaky, as a parent whose kid watched it every day, hated it.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, I mean like that's like if Cars was on this list, I'd put it in D tier because
I haven't even seen Cars.
so specifically Cars 2 because I babysat my little cousin for like a summer, and he only would watch Cars 2. Only movie he'd watch. All he'd want on TV was Cars 2. Cars would be easy D tier. And I like Cars 1. Cars 1 I thought was a good movie, but Cars 2, man, let me tell you, if you've seen that movie 100 times, it's just not real anymore, you know? Like, but, Kyle, where are you feeling for Chicken Little?
I was feeling around a B, to be honest. I don't remember it being that bad when I watched
I
it.
liked it, but, man, Rotten Tomatoes really did dunk on
I
it.
did hate it, yeah.
So that's why I'm almost like, should C be fair for it then? Like, I enjoyed it, but, like...
I wouldn't be offended if you lowered it.
Yeah, I'll
I
put in
just,
C for Chicken Little. I mean, and I've also keep in mind like just because something is a C tier movie doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. You know, and someone in chat before, I don't remember who it was, mentioned that Meet the Robins feels like a fever dream, and let me tell you, yes, it does.
I have no memory of it.
Okay, so Meet the Robinsons is, and spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Meet the Robinsons, this movie's over a decade old, and you're watching an animated tier list ranking, so there's going to be some spoilers. The movie is about a kid goes back in time to grab a smart kid to help fix a time machine. But it turns out that and it's called Meet the Robinsons because the kid that's brought to the future meets like the entire Robinsons family.
Sure.
But it turns out that throughout the entire movie, the kid that brought him back in time, or into the future, I should say, would keep referring to his father as like different things, and like at one point, it's like, what does your father look like? He's like Tom Selleck. So every time they refer to his father, they'd flash like a picture of Tom Selleck onto the screen. but towards the end of the movie, it turns out that the reason he brought the kid Lucas from the past into the future was that his father that's his father. He brought his father from the past into the future because he didn't want to tell his dad that he broke the time machine. So he brought his old dad, or his young dad, into the future to fix it. And then eventually, like, the family finds out that that's who that is, and he meets him, and it's some cool shit. I actually liked it. So chat is saying, I watched it again, and it's so weird and not all what I remember, but it's B. So I think B is very fair for Meet the Robinsons. There are also some classic scenes in it. I was literally just gonna say the T-Rex scene as you popped that in chat in Dorsey. The T-Rex scene in main story was exactly what I remember, but the shit like the dinner scene is not what I... Yeah, so like I remembered the dinner scene and all that jazz. Yes, Curbsy, that was the bowler hat dude. Yeah, so the bowler hat guy, the bowler hat was so dumb. Correct. But I think B tier is fair for this one. I'm gonna go... for some reason, I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I wonder what... Meet the Robinsons is ranked 48th out of, I believe, the nearly 70 movies on the list. So that's not super high up, but that's not the lowest one we've seen so far. And Meet the Robinsons is not in the top 100 for box office of animated movies of all time, but that yet again doesn't necessarily represent a good movie because Frozen 2 is number 1, right? So, don't mean to upset Frozen fans or anything. Yeah, no, so, like, Bowler Hat Guy was 100% that. And Kyle, same. Oh my god. So, the next movie is Emperor's New Groove. And I don't know if everyone remembers this movie as fondly as I do.
Had the alpacas, right?
Yeah, so he gets turned into a llama.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Kronk was in the movie. Kronk.
It was Kronk, yeah.
The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. You know, just, there's so many lines. It's close to S is fair. I'm feeling A for Emperor's New Groove.
That's how I would call it S. Yeah, A's good.
Kyle, if we wanted S, I would put it in S, but I think A is probably where it fits, because, like, Aladdin compared to... If Aladdin is, like, the standard bearer for S, then I don't think Emperor's New Groove is quite there, because as much as I love the performances by Kronk, like, I think Kronk is one of my favorite side characters, but, like, Kronk isn't Aladdin, you know? Not Aladdin, I'm sorry, the genie. He's not... The Robin Williams performance is a genie. But I gotta say, like, there was a lot of good performances in Emperor's New Groove, so I think A tier is where we're gonna put that up. I'm gonna check. I wonder what Rotten Tomatoes thought of it. Number 32. Okay. But number 32, keep in mind, is 85%. So, because these all are, like, Rotten Tomatoes usually is decently kind to Disney movies. And I want to guess it didn't make the top 100. No, it did not. But yet again, that does not mean it's a bad movie. So next up is The Little Mermaid. Oh man, The Little Mermaid's such a classic.
One that's supposed to have a penis in the...
A what?
Cover.
Wait, what? Kyle, what did you say? Alright, I don't know what you said. And if you're talking, I actually don't hear you right now, Kyle.
So didn't the Little Mermaid cover have a penis in it?
Did it?
And it did.
Oh, okay. I don't remember, but
I got a picture of the VHS there, and there's definitely like a dildo-looking thing. Background, yeah.
Okay. Chat is saying SA tier, it looks like, for Little Mermaid, and I haven't seen Little Mermaid in a very long time either, but I think A and S is fair. And Dorsey only remembers the song Under the Sea, but, like, the song Under the Sea is instilled in all of our hearts forever. You know? So, like, if that movie was able to do that... Like, to be fair, like, I think that's another thing that, like, if, like... we can like recognize like a song like that from it, I think that's like very like high praise of the movie. So I'm almost inclined to think Little Mermaid. Okay, so Little Mermaid doesn't make the top 100 on box office, but yet again, it was released in a time where it wouldn't compete with newer movies. And The Little Mermaid, let's see, where is Little Mermaid ranked on this? 13th out of all Disney movies on Rotten Tomatoes.
1989, okay.
Yeah, 1989 was... I'm honestly inclined to say S tier for Little Mermaid.
Done for us already.
Yeah, I generally think that. Yeah, I'm gonna.
The song specifically in the crab.
It's come on, Sebastian the Crab. Come on, so great, guys. Come on. And now to a movie that we talked about a little bit before, and that I love is Hercules. Come on, guys, Danny DeVito as Phil.
Fantastic. That's not even a question.
Like, literally, he just played Danny DeVito again. Like he, this one is. I feel like Kyle, you're cool with this being an S tier, right? Yeah, it's chat's calling it for being a no-brainer. I think they're 100% correct on this. Yeah, immediately we get S's all in the chat for for Hercules.
Hunchback, my little brother fucking loves.
Hercules didn't get rated too well on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think they're wrong. They rated it the 33rd on that list, and I wouldn't... I mean, I guess there's a lot of good movies in here, but... I don't know, 33rd seems a bit rough for... And would Hercules have been released in a time that it... No, it wouldn't have been. The box office saying I am realizing the more and more we go on that it's going to be very heavily favored to anything new that came out. Because I think if I just briefly look at the list, I'll even pull it up on stream real fast, and I'll zoom the page up so chat can see it. If you look at the top movies, like, the only movie not made... Okay, the only movie in the top 10 made after 2010 is The Lion King. Right? So...
And there's still a re-release.
Yeah.
Right.
So if this isn't, like, proof that this list is a little bit unfair as a metric, I feel like, you know. That is fair. Comparing it to how much it made to cost would be a good idea as well. Hunchback was great. I think they're also wrong. Hunchback is nothing better than C. I think Hunchback was good. Inflation and the amount of people is so vastly different. Yeah, so I might rock on it differently.
Well, Hunchback was good.
I thought the Hunchback of Notre Dame was good. I remember it very fondly. C feels like rough for it, doesn't it?
My little brother loved that movie too. I think it would be...
Hunchback, okay. It wasn't rated very well on Rotten Tomatoes either. Number 42. Okay, so the critics' consensus when it comes to the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I just realized I could have been reading this out for all of these, says Disney's take on Victor Hugo's classic is dramatically uneven, but its strong visuals, dark themes, and message of tolerance make for a more sophisticated than average children's film. So, that's what the critics think. But, I don't know, see... Because, so, I love Chicken Little. Trust me, I did. But, I think The Hunchback of Notre Dame is a better movie than Chicken Little. You know what I mean? So I almost think that B is probably where I'd put Hunchback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Chat seems to be agreeing with B as well, so I think B is a fair place for that. Now Tarzan. I love Tarzan. I feel like
George of the Jungle, though, okay?
Yeah, George of the Jungle was good, but I like Tarzan more.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because, like, to me, I always looked at George of the Jungle as not Tarzan.
Correct.
To me, so Tarzan, I think, was just a great movie. And Tarzan's also part of like a lot of like the fan theories of like the like certain movies being connected in the Disney universe. Like there's people that oh goodness, the movies Tangled, Frozen, and Tarzan are all interlinked, I believe, compared like for fan theories at the very least. I don't know if that's ever been.
I don't know what Tangled is.
Tangled is oh goodness, Rapunzel. It's this animated movie of Rapunzel. The story of the girl with very long hair who lets her. Okay, all right.
Tangled was.
Yeah, so that's what that is.
2010. Come on, I always listen to that.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure. I'm like, you didn't respond to Rapunzel. I'm like, oh boy. But Tarzan, I like Tarzan. I think Tarzan was a good movie. Tarzan came in at number 22. Yeah, and critics.
I don't think it's an S though.
A, I think A is fair. Let's see. Critics seem to like it enough. It's 22. They say that it takes the well-known story to a new level with spirited animation, brisk pace, and some thrilling action set pieces. Yeah, I think A. A for Tarzan, because I enjoy Tarzan a lot. And the more I'm looking at the list, I'm pretty confident with our list right now. Because I feel like everything's really fallen in the right place. So next up is Frozen, and I feel like this is going to be really hard to fairly rank.
I didn't even bother watching it.
Yeah. I watched it.
Like, there's no way.
And one of the things is this is going to be one of the few movies on the list that none of us that are ranking this has any nostalgia for. You know? Yeah, like, Kyle, you haven't seen it. Chat's calling for D's. We have 2 calling for D's, 1 calling for A. Actually. Because this one, to me, is very hard to, like, fairly rank. Sort of because
that'd be fair. This is our tier list.
That is true. It is our tier list. And where did they put Frozen on Rotten Tomatoes?
Too high.
Probably. But let's see.
Don't even have to like it. It's too damn high.
Oh, Frozen. Oh, no, it's Frozen 2. The first Frozen was ranked 17th. So, to me, that sounds like...
You want to do some blow, man.
Let's see. The best thing about Frozen is the parody. Do you want to be some blow, man? Oh my goodness. So it's compared to a Toy Story in terms this movie is worse than The Smell of Mayo. Frozen 2 is really good plot-wise. Oh, Reese, computers crash. Frozen is good. I don't know if I want to put...
I haven't seen it. I don't want to put it anywhere near it. But that's just me.
I think it's like a B/C tier movie. So, yeah. So, basically, and Dorsey put out a good point. Compared to Toy Story and Tarzan, movie's not great. So, it wouldn't sniff A tier, in my opinion. But then, let's look at B tier. Mulan, Meet the Robinsons, Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think that all these movies are better than Frozen. It might be C tier.
You can do whatever you want with it, to be honest.
I think C tier might be where we have to go with it, because I wouldn't rate it better. I think it's like... I like Chicken Little way more, but Reese has a really strong point, the nostalgia. Because we don't have nostalgia for it, and I do feel that. Okay, so yeah, Curbsy.
The biased tier list.
Let It Go. That's a good song. You can yell at me in chat if you want. Kyle can yell at me in TeamSpeak, but I think it was a good song. That's some catchy stuff. All right.
I can't remember any of the words, so Let It Go.
Well, you don't have to. You hear it and you're like, immediately Frozen. Like within the first
Frozen,
note.
to be honest.
Oh, well, Most people do.
I didn't watch Frozen, so.
It's
All
not
I
going
know
to be
about
an
Frozen is
objective
if
list,
you wanna
although
make a
where would
snowman,
you
wanna
put
build a
Frozen?
snowman,
I would put
but-
it B/C tier. Because generally, I think that it's not better. I think Mulan is a better movie. Meet the Robinsons, The Hunchback, I think are better movies too. I can't tell if I want it in B or C tier. Alright, consensus in chat seems to be C tier, so I'll lean on chat for this one. Yeah. We'll put it in C. Next one is D. So the next one is, I forget the exact title, but it's the Atlantis movie. Kyle, did you ever see this? The Journey to Atlantis or something it's called?
Atlantis Lost Empire?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Rotten Tomatoes really did not care for this movie. It's 61st out of 69.
Why did Atlantis sink Disney? Is one of the first questions.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so the critics say Atlantis provides a fast-paced spectacle but stints on such things as character development and coherent plot. I haven't seen this movie since I was very little.
Yeah, same. I mean, very little for me is literally when it came out, so I was 10. But yeah.
So chat says D, B tier. What? And Dorsey's asking what it's about. Literally, it's about a group of, I guess, explorers, for lack of a better term, find where the lost city of Atlantis is, and they travel there.
I'm watching the trailer because I don't remember
Yeah.
the movie.
And basically, they interact with the people there, and they try to. And it turns out that the people that sponsored them to go there are actually, I think they're trying to destroy Atlantis, or like they're trying to like take over. Have you seen Help, I'm a Fish? I've not seen Help, I'm a Fish, but that sounds weirdly adorable. Something like that, maybe. I haven't seen it, but a few people are saying that they thought, okay, I mean, yeah, chat doesn't seem to be super fond of this one, so maybe we'll slot it into C tier again. This might be the first one that actually is D tier worthy.
I don't remember hating it.
I didn't hate the movie, but Rotten Tomatoes is very it might be the lowest ranked one we've gotten so far on the Rotten Tomatoes list. Which did we do any ones that were lower yet? Chicken Little was lower actually. So that doesn't speak super great for it, but then again, sometimes the movie isn't about how great it was, and it's about how much you enjoyed it. I kind of want to put it bottom tier C, but yeah, I don't know. I think bottom tier C. Because okay, Kyle, did you hate this movie?
What movie?
Atlantis?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I watched the trailer for it now, and I don't remember it at all, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like D tier, for me at least, is
completely
going to be
forgettable,
like
apparently.
a movie. Yeah, like. Well, I mean, I guess. Completely forgettable isn't a great characteristic of the movie. So maybe we slot this in D tier. I actually really did enjoy the movie, but I was so young. So maybe we'll leave it in D tier for now. And if we...
I remember nothing of it. I'm watching this whole trailer, and I don't, nothing of it seems familiar.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So if we go through the movies and we're like, maybe this isn't D tier, maybe we'll play with the listing, but even endorsing chat hasn't seen it before. So that's one of the first...
forgettable, so yeah.
That's probably like the first one on the list that anyone in chat has really tuned in with, like they haven't seen it. So I think that's the first one we had to explain the synopsis of, basically, right? Or maybe we did it for another one. I had to explain Meet the Robinsons, I think, to you, Kyle, because you haven't seen it, right?
I didn't know.
Leaky said, I wish I saw it and wish I hadn't. So, that's a pretty damning statement about it. The next one on the list is Treasure Planet, which I have seen, but I really don't remember a lot about it.
2002, I never saw it.
Yeah, okay, and it's ranked 46 on the list. I'm probably going to lean on chat for this one a little bit.
I never
because
saw
I
it,
really don't remember it. It's the one. It does have pirate guys. Like, so, in all reality, I remember the main character slightly, and I remember there being like a little blob thing. Like a little blob that was his friend. Yeah. Oh, Reese, so you played the game of it? Okay. And the game was super fun, so maybe B tier. But do you remember the movie really at all, Reese? Okay, and Dorsey says that they rewatched it a few years ago and it wasn't that bad. Someone else is saying the game is bad. It wasn't as bad as the last movie, but also forgettable. So,
No, you're saying the shit, not shit.
oh,
Two completely different things, Tony. Come on.
did they say this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, so maybe we slot in C because they said the game was good. Yeah, I misread chat. That's my bad. That's my bad, Cribsy. C is, yeah, I think C is fair for it. Yeah, we'll put it in C. Next is Brother Bear. So I already seen Brother Bear on their lists on Rotten Tomatoes a few times, and that's because it's towards the bottom.
Yeah.
It's number 66 out of 69.
Another one that my little brother liked, actually.
I liked the movie. I really did. A lot of people are saying that they really liked the game for Treasure Island, though. So, okay, that's cool. I'll have to look into that game a little bit then. But Brother Bear, wow, Rotten Tomatoes really did not like this movie, but I remember liking it. I remember not having any issues with it. Like, I was never offended by the movie or anything like that. You know, I didn't hate it. I thought I really liked it.
I don't think I liked it.
But you said, but your brother did. It was
My brother loved it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I don't remember.
But truthfully, I don't remember a whole lot about the movie.
There's bears.
And they're brothers, but one of them was a person that turned into a bear, I think, though.
Go watch it 50 times.
Watch it once and that's it. And Dorsey remembers it. The spirit crap was weird. What? So, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that like sort of like Native American like folklore kind of deals? I might be wrong on the origin of that. Spirit crab is man kills a bear, leaving another bear an orphan. But doesn't he end up becoming that bear? Curbsy has redeemed a single quack. Wow! And we get that quack off the road. Then the man turns into a bear, and the baby bear was raised by him. Okay. Yeah, I remember it being a cute movie. Other than, you know, I mean, animal murder is a big theme in a lot of these movies, to be fair. Bambi, come on. Bambi literally starts off like that. It was a Native American movie, yeah. Man kills a bear and dies. Brother becomes bear. Other brother thinks brother who turned into bear killed brother and tried to bop him. C at best. Okay. Those are two different comments, by the way. So I'll put it in C. I think it was cute. I'll put C for cute. I was very tempted for B for Brother Bear just because of the alliteration.
Oh, there's Canadian moose. There's got some meese in here, Tony.
There's some meese? Where's the meese? Oh, it was in Brother Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a moose in that movie, wasn't there? Immediately, Kyle's like, I think this is an S-tier movie. Alright.
There's some hunters, eh?
Where's the moose? There they are. Oh, I remember them. They were cool.
You listen to the voices. That's why I sent you it. Anyway, but yeah, okay.
I don't want to listen to the audio on stream or for the recording.
You don't get DMC'd for that.
I've been hit with copyright for playing 15 seconds of a YouTube video before.
They don't do 15 seconds. 5 seconds of it's the 100.
I'll check it out post podcast.
That's fine.
Yeah, the Moose is good.
I forgot about that.
So bad. I kind of want to. Can we bump Brother? Is Brother Bear better than those other movies though?
Then what movies?
Chicken Little, Frozen, and Treasure Planet.
I'd say it's Chicken Little-ish.
So maybe we'll leave it in C. Yeah, C is probably fair for it. Okay, and Dorsey's saying that Brother Bear is better than Chicken Little.
I don't remember having that much of a problem with Chicken Little.
I didn't have a problem with either of these movies, though, so I like them both. So maybe we'll leave it in C for now. We'll leave it. We'll leave it
easiest
in C.
here coming up here.
Beauty and the Beast. As long as it's not the animated one, Kyle has no complaints. Not the live action one. Sorry.
The horse. Fucking horse.
So is this an S tier? Or is this A tier?
I think it's like 100 PS tier. Not a question for me.
Beauty and the Beast is the 10th highest ranked on Rotten Tomatoes of all these movies we've discussed.
They have
so
a
far.
talking candle and.
And Dorsey will be right back. A lot of people, Curbsy and Leaky are saying A actually for the tier list. Not S.
And they're not me, Tony.
That is true. They aren't you. Try to think if this movie realistically is on the level of Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Hercules, or it's on the level of Toy Story, Emperor's New Groove, and Tarzan. And immediately when I say those, I honestly am more inclined to put it towards S tier. Because yet again, I think there's actually a few songs from this one too.
The Gaston song.
The Gaston and also Be Our Guest. So that's 2 songs, and we gave Little Mermaid S tier for 1. You know what I mean? So I kind of am inclined to put an S tier. Chat's calling for A, but I think Kyle, if you're cool with it, I think we put it in S tier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we put it in S tier. It's a good movie. I enjoy it. Curb C is saying S is fair. Yeah, I was going to say, like, I think it's a really good movie. Leaky also says they are fine with S. So next is Pocahontas. And boy, do I not remember a whole lot about Pocahontas. Like, I know the story of Pocahontas.
Something about a waterfall.
But I don't remember the movie. So let's see where they put Pocahontas on this list. Pocahontas is
being racist or something?
55th. I don't remember. So critics' consensus: Pocahontas means well and has moments of startling beauty, but is largely a bland, uninspired effort with uneven plotting and an unfortunate lack of fun. Oh. Whoops. Chat is calling for D tier, would be F if we had it. The movie pissed me off. No opinion on Curbsy. It was the most racist piece of crap, apparently. So maybe it was. I don't remember the movie very well.
I was pretty racist when I was little. So.
Well, that's not great. So I just don't remember it a lot. Because I know didn't they like glorify like what the hell was his name? Was it John, like, maybe not John Smith, but whatever the dude's name, and, like, him and Pocahontas had, like, they were, like, in love in the animated movie, but, like, in real life, that wasn't even close to how that happened. But, like, and it is Disney, right, so they're not gonna, like, there are some movies with darker themes in Disney, but they're not gonna do that. I think Pocahontas at D tier, is fair. Not historically accurate, is what Leaky is saying, so... Yeah, Pocahontas in D tier. I don't remember a lot about it other than the raccoon. And the raccoon was adorable, but I don't remember anything about it other than it being there. So, the next movie is Home on the Range. Kyle, did you see Home on the Range?
I remember the song clearly.
I assume the song was in the movie, but like I don't remember. So Home on the Range is rated 58th on the list. I remember.
Do it have Pocahontas? D tier. Oh man, I don't remember being that bad.
It's above. Is it above Pocahontas? Did they have it above? Let's see. No, Pocahontas is above it by like 3 places on this list.
I think just a bunch of Karens got upset about Pocahontas. I don't think it was that.
Let's see. It was just, but never seen it. One of the few never had any interest in seeing. Back once again from another crash. Oh no, you poor computer, Reese.
Okay, what happened to your computer? Like, what the fuck?
It's crashed twice. It doesn't have a great driving
I don't
record.
remember these fucking cows at all.
I remember the movie a decent bit, and it wasn't great. I remember. I think did like the cows fight to like keep the farm or something.
I have no idea.
Roseanne from Roseanne was one of the cows, and that's really what I remember.
Oh, so D tier?
Probably D tier. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna slot this one into D tier and kind of move on with my day. And this is one that I
remember it like fondly.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And Reese said, if my desktop doesn't want to use my MacBook camera as an input for Streamlabs OBS, too bad. Leaky said, I liked Roseanne, but not that movie. I thought the show Roseanne had funny moments in it.
My tech lead loves that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Or show. Oh my god.
So, I don't think I know this movie. Oliver and Company? I don't have any memory of this movie. Have you seen this, Kyle?
I don't have any collection.
It's ranked 59th out of 69.
I remember the doggos, that specifically, and that's it.
I don't remember like anything about it.
Like that's something, but that's it.
Curbsy said it's forgettable. Leaky said it had a decent story. But yeah, totally forgettable. Totally. So if it's this forgettable, do we put it in D tier? Because let me look at the. There's only like, this is one of maybe like 2 movies on this list that I don't immediately recognize. Actually, maybe there's a few more than 2. Leaky's calling for it to be C, and it isn't bad, but it isn't good, so C tier. Or do we put this in haven't seen since Kyle and I haven't seen it?
I'm okay with that.
I think since both of us haven't seen it, maybe we put it in haven't seen. But realistically, it's better than the chat is saying it's better than the Dear T list movies. But since Kyle and I both haven't seen it, we're gonna slot in haven't seen.
I need to rewatch Pocahontas. I have fond memories of it.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it too, and maybe Kyle will try to like time it up and see if it's on like it's on Netflix or anything.
I mean, I have Disney Plus.
Not the deer tier, yeah. I can't believe I said deer tier. So the next movie is Fantasia, and I loved that as a kid. Did you had to have watched that, Kyle, right?
I don't remember it. The one with the doggo?
No, Fantasia is the one where like the brooms like dance and stuff. No? It's a great movie. I remember it as a kid. Really enjoyed it. I don't remember there being a whole lot of dialogue though. Yes, Reese, it was a Mickey Mouse movie. I'm hearing great movie. It was overplayed in the 80s on Disney. So got played out. I remember watching it in my music class in younger grades every year. And I'm like, hey, it's this movie again. And that's really the relationship I had with it. But I did enjoy it.
I don't remember it at all.
Alright. Because, okay, so realistically, I don't think it's on the level of Toy Story, Tarzan, Emperor's New Groove.
I don't think it can be.
But I don't think it's Frozen level. Like, bad, I mean. Like, I think it might slot into B tier. And it looks like I have some support for it being in B tier. Curbsy says B or A, so I think B tier might be where we slot that. I was feeling B tier. I have some backup for chat in B tier.
I missed so many fucking Disney movies.
There's a lot of movies that aren't in here, right? Like, but
no, I mean there's so many that I haven't seen.
Oh, okay. I feel like there might be some that they missed too. Like, say they don't have any sequels, but I assume that we're supposed to, you know. What the hell's this next one? The Black Cauldron? Maybe there's a lot of these that I haven't seen. It's ranked 56 out of 69. Let's see.
I got no idea.
Leaky is exactly the opposite of this. Leaky's realizing that they've seen too many of these movies. We're getting a lot of support in chat for this being a really good movie, apparently.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we haven't seen it either, so I think we're gonna slot it into haven't seen. But this is definitely, if chat is saying it's good, I'm gonna have to try to see this. Log off and watch it right now. Yeah. It is S, so okay. We will retroactively, if like this is like in the future, we watch it and it's great. Like seriously, you will like it. Okay. I'll have to take a note of watching this because I'm gonna actually ask around and see who has seen it, because I don't even remember like my family or anyone ever mentioning it. So it might not have been like, when did it come out to? Let me see. Like what time? 1985. So that is like in the. Okay. I mean, like my parents could have seen it, but. So next on the list, the writing's top tier apparently. I don't know, like, so the only thing that I have to go off of is your guys' consensus in chat, and Rotten Tomatoes was very mean to it. It gave it a 53%. And the critics' consensus is ambition but flawed. The Black Cauldron is technically brilliant as usual, while lacks the compelling characters of the other Disney animated classics. That, I don't know. That seems like 53% doesn't accurately represent what they just said.
Yep.
It's like your big issue is that that maybe it doesn't have a compelling character like like Robin Williams' Genie. Not every movie can have that, so I don't think that that's a really good take on that. Yeah, so Leaky is saying that that's not true, and we should watch it. Yeah, we're gonna have to try to watch that one. So next is Fox and the Hound, Kyle. Where would you like to put Fox and Hound?
By the way, that wasn't one of my favorite ones. That I was talking about it for the meme.
No, I remember which one's your favorite.
Yeah.
But cause you were.
I still like it.
Yeah, you were talking about it so much. I'm like, this is kind of me putting the ball in your court.
Because, I mean, we were doing animals last time, and there was literally a fox and a hound.
Yeah. Chat's calling for B, A, and A. So
I agree with the A.
I remember liking it. I weirdly might only remember, well, I'm a fox and I'm a hound dog, and that might be like.
That's all that matters, Tony.
I think that's like.
All you need, baby.
So I'm gonna put in A, but like I honestly think like that's all I remember. So, but I remember liking it. Leaky says never see the next one. Oops, caps it's Zootopia. I kind of
did watch that. I didn't hate it. I think because the sloths were a good time, you know?
So it's perfect. Casting a sloth as like a DMV worker. Come
exactly.
on. guys. Like, that's perfect, right? Yeah. I actually liked it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Chat's calling for A or B. I'm trying to determine, is this... I don't know if it's A. Because, Kyle, would you... So you're saying B, because I was going to say, would you sort it in with Toy Story, Emperor's New Groove, Tarzan, Fox and Hound, or Mulan, Meet the Robinsons, Hunchback, and Fantasia? I think B. But I do think it might be better than a few movies in B tier already. But we are just sort of retroactively just putting them in here. And not really, like, putting them in order of which one's the best in B tier. They're just all in B tier. So yeah, I think Zootopia in B tier is fair. I thought it was a good movie. Yeah. That's really all I got on that one. The next is the Aristocats. And I do not remember a whole lot about this movie. I know Brecken loves this movie. At least I remember her saying good things about it.
Aristocats, absolutely, it's fantastic.
So I'm going to have to take your word on the placement of this movie, Kyle, because I really don't.
I feel like the movies that have been getting Whitney to fill up her collection, because she wants a Disney collection, brought up, and Aristocats is one of
Oh.
them.
Chat's called for B tier on it.
What the fuck?
But Kyle... Okay, so the only thing on Rotten Tomatoes, it's ranked 51st out of 69.
More harsh than I recall.
So the critics say, though the Aristocats is a mostly middle effort for Disney, it redeemed by terrific work from its voice cast and some jazzy tunes.
Is that the whole point?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it is a...
I don't see the problem here.
I hate to say it like this, but it's not that deep, bro. You know, like it's just not that deep.
It was saved by two of the very most important things.
Yeah.
Disney movie.
Okay, let's see. Leaky's saying, not one I watched over and over. It was okay. It was fun to watch once. Yeah. So Kyle, I'm gonna really leave this up to you where you want to put it. So. Where's this going?
I think it's an A. I thought it was adorable.
Alright, we wanted an A, we put it in an A. This, I 100% am trusting you with that one, because it's not one I've seen, so it's kind of like, oh, gotta leave this to Kyle. Leaky's saying, fair enough. The next one is Down Under. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Brilliant.
It's called The Rescuers Down Under. Kyle, have you seen this?
Nope.
No. Okay. Let's see if chat knows anything about this movie. They're saying C or B. Pretty good story.
Something about mice.
It's mice? What is the picture I saw? Oh, there are mice in that picture. I saw a little boy riding a bird, and then I clicked off of it. But there are mice on that bird, too. It's ranked
Tony.
47 of 69.
Disney Plus.
I think I have access to a Disney Plus account, yeah.
Perfect. So then you can watch Pocahontas.
Yeah. Although there is porn in one of the windows when they are flying through the city. Oh
Perfect.
my hammered. But Kyle, you and I have both not seen this, correct?
Correct.
So this will go into the haven't seen tier. But chat is rocking with a B or C, so
Does that say Great Moist Defender? Mouse. Okay.
Nah, oh. Kyle?
It's like, I looked at it like 4 times, that's what I kept seeing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh
I haven't
my
seen
goodness.
it, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, so I saw this when I was little. And I don't remember a whole lot about it, though. I remember the mouse being a detective, and he was like Sherlock Holmes-esque. Yeah, actually on Rotten Tomatoes it's saying it's like a Sherlock Holmes spoof.
Okay. That'd be good, right?
Yeah, so I don't remember it, so if chat has any opinion on it, I would be comfortable leaning where they're leaning. Because if not, like, I saw it, don't really remember it. It looks like chat's saying they haven't seen it, though. So, but Leaky's saying C, so I'm inclined to then put it in C tier, because I can't if I have seen it, I don't think it's haven't seen, you know? So I think ranking that in the C tier is it's worth it. But apparently not worth a view. So interesting. Very interessante. So next on our list is Sleeping Beauty. The one criticism we had recently about some of these movies is that we kept confusing the plots of a lot of them.
it was Sleeping Beauty and
It was Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and Snow White that we kept like mixing the three.
Specifically, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Sleeping Beauty and Snow White the most, because there's a character in Sleeping Beauty. It's okay. I need to look at this again. Is Sleeping Beauty the one with Melissa Finn, or is I think it is. Or is that Snow White? I can never... No, Snow White is not the one of Melissa Finn. It's Sleeping Beauty. I keep screwing it up again. Oh my goodness. Chat's saying A. They're saying lol. Right? No, it's got to be A. It's a great... It was an all-time classic movie. It's at least A. Right. So, yeah, okay. So it's not the one with Melissa Finn? Or is it? I don't know. Like, I'm not confident on this. Alright, I need to Google this again. What movie is Melissa Finn from? Google's like, you've asked this before. Melissa Finn's from the movie Melissa Finn. Thanks, Google. What movie? She's from Sleeping Beauty. Okay, so it is Sleeping Beauty.
Next up, my boy.
So we're gonna rock Sleeping Beauty. Where was Sleeping Beauty on that list? 25, so mid pack. And movie where they sing about hoes is always an A. Oh my goodness. But Kyle, I know you very much like this movie.
That's my boy. Yeah. There.
The Fox Robin Hood.
Yeah.
So where do you want this, Kyle? Because it's a story of Robin Hood. I love the story of Robin Hood, and this was a great take on it, in my opinion.
I absolutely love it.
If you wanted that boy in S tier, Kyle, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna hear me stopping you.
Perfect.
Okay. Because, man, that was fun. Like, I think it's probably one of my favorite takes on the Robin Hood story. I remember.
I want to say there was even like a show about it too that they kept putting on YTV when I was little as well.
It probably was.
Proceeded with the Fox iteration of him.
There was a lot of like these movies that ended up getting spin-offs. Oh, chat is agreeing with you with S, Kyle. So look at that. So you're getting support from all across the board. 10s across the board for Kyle. I just want to know where they put Robin Hood on this list. And that's they're wrong.
They said bad things about my boy, didn't they?
They put it 57 out of 69, saying one of the weaker Disney adaptations, Robin Hood is cute and colorful, but it lacks the majesty and excitement of the studio's earlier efforts.
Wow.
Which I don't agree with. Yeah. Leaky is like, they are always wrong, and Leaky's got some points here. So The Jungle Book. I feel like this is a movie that like we've all seen, but like I don't know how good it is. You know? It's ranked 28th on the list. Courtesy is saying A, which I mean it's yet again a very iconic movie. So I'm not generally against A.
It's super iconic. A lot of people.
Oh, the bare necessities. That's such a good point. Yeah. You literally only had to say bare necessities, and I'm on. I think Kyle and I were immediately both on board for it.
Yeah, what would be?
Yeah, okay. So the next one, I don't know if I've seen this. The Rescuers?
No idea.
Okay.
I googled that one earlier thinking it was the other thing. That I hadn't seen, so...
Wait a sec. Okay, so this is... I have a problem with Disney right now. There's two unless these are both like. Oh, it is. So what? This is a sequel. This is the prequel to The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, well, perfect. They shouldn't have had two in the same thing anyway.
No. So where did we put the other one?
Also
and haven't seen.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Curbsy is saying Rescuers is an S fight. Is an S fight them. Leaky saying C, but S. Which one is it? Oh wait, I mixed the two up. Yeah, this is the first one. We have. I don't think Kyle and I have seen either of these, right? So I think we do slot this one and haven't seen again. But it is good to know that so far in the haven't seen, there are two movies that chat really highly recommends, being Black Cauldron and The Rescuers. The first one, at least, I think.
Pocahontas.
We definitely have to rewatch Pocahontas and retroactively grade that, I think. You're making a great list of movies to watch. Yeah, I feel like haven't seen is actually cool, because now we can just sort of go through and be like, now I can say I've seen all of the animated Disney movies, and also compiling a good list of movies to see. The next movie on our list is The Sword. Is it Sword in the Stone or The Sword and the Stone?
Arthur one, right?
The Sword in the Stone. Yeah, it's King Arthur. So I remember many adaptations of King Arthur, but I don't know if I remember this one very well. Do you remember this, Kyle?
I don't remember. I remember watching it.
Okay.
I don't remember the movie.
All right, Leaky. And Dorsey's saying watch Help I'm a Fish, by the way. So I have to Help I'm a Fish. I'll look that up. Help. I'm writing it down if anyone's curious. So, and Dorsey says the witch from The Sword and the Stone gave them nightmares. ARS. I enjoyed it back in the day. I think A. I haven't seen that. Best villain. Oh, I can see that best villain. If chat really is for A tier, I'm not against it. Because Kyle, I think we probably have both seen it, but I don't remember it very well.
Yeah.
And I'm
sure I've seen it. I'm watching another trailer of it, and yeah, I've totally seen this. I just don't remember any of it.
I'm honestly cool with that's what I'm gonna have to rewatch. But like, we haven't. Chat's actually calling for us to put it in haven't seen, since we don't remember it.
Fair.
Alright, maybe we'll put it in haven't seen, but that's another one that I think is worth giving a look. And also, I wrote down the movie Help I'm a Fish, and yeah, so chat's calling for it, and I'm with it 100%. The next movie on the list is Snow White. We put it Snow White directly in S tier for me.
Yeah.
I think it's
classic.
It's a classic. All the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. If this movie isn't like one of the top movies on this list of best movies, this is a rigged list. It's number 3.
It is a rigged list.
Okay, it is number 3 though, so they were right on this one at the very least. Let's see. Snow White is S. Oh, Fight People, says Leaky. Any movie that sings hi-ho, hi-ho. Yeah, I remember I'm obviously not doing that justice and or in the rape, but I know that it's when the dwarfs are singing that. So, I know chat was calling for this before, as well. 101 Dalmatians. There's 100. Kyle, I can give you 101 reasons why this should go into S tier.
Okay. There was too many of them.
Curbsy's saying, I will fight you, Kyle, if you're fighting for an S tier.
There's too many of them. They had 102 Dalmatians, they had 103
Okay, so but this one is 101
there
Dalmatians.
There wasn't even 100 of them.
Kyle, I would take 101 Dalmatian puppies and love all of them.
I don't believe it.
And Dorsey's like, why does everyone want to fight? That's a good point.
I don't
know. But yeah, I think 101 Dalmatians is an easy S tier movie. It's one of the all-time classics. Like, even Cruella de Vil is one of the all-time classic villains, right? So, and like her entire motivation was
In the dogs.
I want to skin the dogs and wear their fur.
Kind of fucked up.
Yeah, kind of fucked, and we're glad the dogs won. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes puts this as the 5th best on their list. So I Curbsy says, "Don't fight me," endorsed. Okay, I think he can do that. Don't fight. So next is Wreck-It Ralph, and Wreck-It Ralph is in the era of movies that is newer, but I really liked it.
Oh.
I enjoyed Wreck-It Ralph, and I think this is the first Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, this is the first Wreck-It Ralph. I enjoyed it. I think B tier, though. Like, when I say I enjoyed it, doesn't mean it's a great movie. So basically, Kyle, for lack of better terms, Wreck-It Ralph is Donkey Kong. And yeah, he's DK, and a guy called Fix-It Felix is Mario, and Wreck-It Ralph is tired of being the villain, so Wreck-It Ralph goes to different video games trying to be the hero, and a lot of hijinks happen, and he makes a few friends along the way. The real Wreck-It Ralph was the friends who made it along the way.
I remember seeing a commercial for this. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And Dorsey played the game.
Yeah. Fuck.
I think
feels like not that long ago.
Yeah. This movie didn't. When did you see when it came out? 'Cause.
12.
Hey, Leaky, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciate it. But yeah, you said 2012.
Yeah.
Was it really 2012? Holy crap.
I mean,
that really does feel like it was.
To end.
Yeah, this was the year the world was supposed to end, guys. So the world was supposed to end, and they gave us Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. They also gave us 2012.
They also gave us the movie 2012, which was really bad.
My God. I literally broke up with a girl over that movie.
Hey, and Leaky has to run, but they will watch the VOD later. So thank you for tuning in, Leaky. Very much appreciate you being here and dropping the follow. Look forward to seeing you around again, bud. So, the next movie, Kyle, we have on the list.
But Tony, I shit you not, leaving the movie.
Wait, did you actually break up with someone over that movie?
I shit you not.
Can you tell the story a little bit?
It's really short. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I've been seeing this girl for a couple months, and yeah, we went to go see the 2012 movie, and I was driving her back, and she said, "Do you think that will really happen?" And I just looked at her, and I'm like, "You're kidding, right?" Like, just laughing, and then she's like, "No, seriously." And then I really look at her, I'm not gonna name, but what? She's just like, haha, kidding. It's like, yeah, okay, and I dropped her off and never talked to her again.
Oh, oh goodness.
Yeah. I knew she wasn't bright, but fuck, Tony, all
right,
I gotta be like that,
Yeah. That just reminds me of people I knew growing up. I knew someone that asked if Europe was a country. Stuff like that.
Asking if what was a country?
Europe.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Like Africa.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So.
The whole country of Africa.
Yeah, the whole country. And Dorsey said she's not the brightest lamp in the building. Yeah, I think that is pretty accurate. Alright, so next one we have let's see.
Dog was ugly.
This is the Winnie the Pooh movie, and this is the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And I love Winnie the Pooh, man. Like, when I was a kid, nice. Love Winnie the Pooh.
Donkey made me sad.
Eeyore?
Yeah.
Oh. Eeyore.
He was literally depression incarnate.
Yeah, right? He just had depression, Kyle. That doesn't make it bad.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It made me sad.
You felt for that donkey. So you know what we send this straight. We send it straight to S tier.
I mean, that's probably fair.
You felt for that donkey on an emotional level.
And I wanted to murder Tigger.
Yeah, he was okay. So the one thing that
fuck off, you stupid cat. Fuck.
So the one thing that I looking back, I feel like a lot of the characters embodied like different issues.
They did. Literally.
Because
I'm pretty sure that's what
Eeyore was
right?
depression, Tigger was definitely like ADHD, or like some sort of like
Yeah.
yeah. So Winnie the Pooh was a glutton. Piglet had confidence issues. The rabbit was a very controlling parent, from what I remember. If they had a kid, if not, I don't remember. No, that's not the rabbit didn't have a kid. Anyways, yeah, Winnie the Pooh S tier. Piglet was cute as shit. 100% agree. Piglet was adorable. Hey, Leaky's back. Girlfriend changed their mind. So this was actually, by the way, on Rotten Tomatoes, the number 2 ranked movie. So the next one on our list is another all-time classic. It's The Lady and the Tramp.
I mean, classic.
It's really hard not to just immediately send this to S tier for me.
Get the skitties.
Yeah, the spaghetti scene is like one of the most like memorable scenes in like definitely animated movie history, if not like movie history. You know what I mean? Like if someone makes you think of a scene, you might pick this one. Do we put this in S tier? I think we do. Right?
Wait, the what?
Lady and Tramp S tier.
Oh, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. That's all I need to hear was no one having a problem with it. Because I'm
looking forward to my next movie.
I love Lady. Yeah, I know. I see the movie you're waiting for. So next we have Cinderella. I feel like Cinderella, first of all, before we even get into it, has to be at least an A tier. Because yet again, that's another one of the
super classic,
beyond classic, right? Like
yeah.
Classic sort of feels like an overused term, but this 100% is a classic. It's number 7 on Rotten Tomatoes list. Yo, Hydro, do you remember Player 2 from Among Us? Yes, I do.
Did I get your ass voted out? Okay.
Oh, wait, were you a part of the one crew we played with the one time? Hey, I remember you. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle, I think you might actually played during that, if I remember.
Yeah, no, I did. That's what I said. Didn't I get your ass voted out?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Probably multiple times. Yeah, I remember you playing with the crew. Weren't you friends with, I'll try not to dox too many people. Weren't you friends with, like, Monty and Nick? Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I recognized your name from somewhere.
Monty's fun. I like Monty.
Oh, Monty's good boy. We love ourselves a Monty. You know what else we love? We love ourselves a Cinderella. And we're putting this in A tier, right? Think A tier?
At least. Yeah.
I think it fits in A tier. I don't know if I personally am like an S tier for Cinderella, but I think it's a good movie regardless.
Yeah, you can't go there with the name. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. So, who is next?
Pinocchio is also a solid A, to be honest.
Pinocchio, like, I almost want to say S, because it's like...
That's what I mean. As long as it's at least A, I'm okay with it.
Because, wow, so Pinocchio is the number 1 rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Exclamation point Kyle, always fair to exclamation point Kyle. What did you say this time? Was this a warranted one?
I didn't even... I think it was a pre-thing for the nose.
Not
even going off on that Woody, okay?
Oh, you know, and Dorsey, you are doing the world a favor. And I'll even do this to help.
I had to earn it, okay?
We're gonna redeem this real fast and remind people that exclamation point Kyle exists.
So.
So for anyone who doesn't know, anytime Kyle is about to say something or has said something that we're just like, don't know if I can fully get behind.
I like that is about.
Yeah. There's Kyle.
There's Minority Reported here.
Yeah, sometimes Kyle, you're about to say something, and I'm like, "Can we get an exclamation point Kyle in chat?" It's about to happen. So, but next up is Pinocchio. Pinocchio is an all-time classic movie. Kyle, I would really like to put Pinocchio in S tier.
I'm down. That's fine.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed it.
As long as I get no arguments from the next one.
No, I have no argument. So obviously it's Bambi. Kyle, do you want to tell us a little bit why you love Bambi?
What do you mean? Mom dies immediately. That's just free meat.
Okay.
It's a baby deer.
I know. It is absolutely freaking adorable. Curbsy with the Bambi frowny faces, because Bambi is a very sad movie.
It's so sad.
Like,
it's the only thing that makes me feel.
Yeah, right? Like, it's a sort of like... Yeah, I think this is an S tier, though. Easy. And Dorsey says, I love Bambi because Mom gets brutally murdered, and Baby dum-dum and slips on ice.
Correct.
And Curbsy said, yo, this kid's a psycho.
Correct.
You know, I just want to throw this out there, Curbsy. Kyle immediately agreed with everything and Dorsey said. So...
Wrong. That's exactly what happens in the movie.
That is exactly what happens, and it is... maybe we're all psychos, because Bambi's going straight to S tier. Moving on up.
Yeah, when he was like... when I was like, okay, suggestions for your favorite, like, top whatever Disney movies, and she's like, oh, Cinderella, Snow White, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sure, just, like, adding things to the list. Because I just get them every year, right, for her.
Yeah.
And I just threw Bambi in the first, the first few.
Yeah.
And she's like, you son of a bitch. I'm like, why? And she's like, no, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
I know that.
So, our next movie in the list is Peter Pan. I enjoyed this adaptation of Peter Pan. I don't know if it's my favorite adaptation of Peter Pan. I like the movie Hook a lot. But this Peter Pan is pretty good. Kyle, what do you
Easy A tier.
It's A, right? Like...
I think so.
Curbsy is saying S. I could see it being an S.
I'll leave that to you.
It's so... It was really good. Peter is a merry fellow. That is true. You know what?
So it's not like a really sick story if you go over like the other lore of it.
Yeah, I think we put
it's fucked up.
It is.
Sick, I mean like disgusting.
I know. I knew what you meant.
Fucked.
Yeah. It wasn't as sick as in cool. It was as sick as in like,
I mean,
oh no. Well.
Yeah, no, it's just fucked up. It's just fucked up.
Yeah, it's a bit fucked, you know.
Peter kills all the boys too, and all this stuff. Yeah, it's just Yeah,
it's a bit out there. So the movie Dumbo. I remember loving Dumbo as a kid. There is obviously a few issues in hindsight.
I Dumbo as a kid, but then fucking rewatching it. Jesus Christ, I actually fell asleep in the theater 5 times. Like,
but was that was the live action one though, right?
Yeah.
So that's not this Dumbo.
Correct. Is it?
Well, I don't know. So according to Rotten Tomatoes, Dumbo is their 4th highest ranked one. And their consensus is that Dumbo packs plenty of story into its brief runtime, along with the warm animation and wonderful music you'd expect from a Disney classic.
I think it's overrating it, to be honest.
I think it's a bit overrated, though. Yeah. Also, the crows are pretty racist.
And I'm usually down for that.
Yeah, to me at least, it's gonna knock it down just a little bit. Dumbo drunk, so A tier. Oh. Dumbo does get drunk once, doesn't he?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, so maybe we'll put him in A tier. I think it's a really good movie, but
I just didn't think it belonged in S.
I don't think it's like the S tier level that we've made so far. I think it does fit like warm and cozy next to these movies put in A tier that are all also honestly amazing movies. He sees pink elephants. Fair. That is fair. Alice in Wonderland is next. And I'm also just realizing on the list, I think we have Fantasia on here twice. Let me double check that. Where did we put Fantasia the first time?
Already, 100%.
Where did we put it, though?
I don't know. I think you made that choice because I didn't watch it.
Oh, that's Fantasia 2000 is the other one. I don't remember. Well, regardless, alright, I'm gonna slot Fantasia in here anyway, and just pretend that's with that. But, we're on Alice in Wonderland right now. I remember loving Alice in Wonderland. All-time classic.
I'll give it a little more love too because one of the seasons of SAO is built off of it.
Is it?
The Nero season that's like I think it just ended.
Okay, I definitely haven't seen it.
The first part of that story arc is on Netflix.
Oh.
Called SAO like Alicization or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I do believe you.
It's not actually based on it,
But it's like
in
loosely...
the lore of the show, it's based on.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I feel you. So we have Alice in Wonderland. It is really good. Curbsy's saying it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it S tier or is it A tier though?
I'm not picky on this one.
Not either.
I think because of that, it should be A.
Yeah, I think
If both of us
it
are
also
like,
starts with
eh,
A.
yeah.
For Alice in
A
Wonderland.
for Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ichabod Crane.
What?
But this was Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I loved this as a kid.
I have no idea what this is.
Oh, I loved it so much. So Ichabod Crane is the story of Ichabod and his run-ins with the Headless Horseman. And Mr. Toad was basically like a really like rich toad who like bought extravagant things, including an automobile. But I feel like this is a very old one, and I only know it because my mom loves it. We used to watch it like every year around Halloween. Yeah, but I don't think... I might be the only one here who's seen it. Even chat hasn't really reacted to this one.
All you, Tony. All you.
Yeah, I think... since I'm the only one that's seen it, I think I'm going to slot in B tier. I really enjoyed it, but I don't think it's an all-time classic. Like, S tier is all-time classic, right? A tier is, like, just almost, like... that level, yeah. And B tier is like, this was a good movie, but it's not, you know, all-time classic. Big Hero 6 is the next one, and I liked Big Hero 6. It wasn't great, though, if I remember correctly. I think it was good, but, like, I think, like, I don't know. They sort of, like, almost had, like, a, I can't remember his name. What's the one director that's known for really bad movie twists?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. Twist when it comes to the antagonist.
Yeah, for the movie Split, there's no twist.
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't seen Split yet still.
Don't.
I don't? Okay, alright.
Yeah, it was just not good. Like, me and my friends were literally sitting in the theater being like, oh, okay, I see how it's going to go. It's going to be like this thing goes into this, thing goes into this. I'm not going to ruin it in case you watch it anyway.
Yeah.
But we thought something was going to come off of, like, a small detail that was added. And we're like, it can go like this, and this is how it's going to go, and that'll be really cool, and then it just didn't happen. And we talked about it after, and we all had the same idea that was going to happen off this thing, and it just didn't, and the story just continued linearly, and it was boring.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well, we expected a twist, and the twist was we didn't get a twist. That's just boring.
And Dorsey is asking you to explain Split.
Dude has essentially like a psychological disorder.
Doesn't he have, like, pretty much have split personality disorder?
Exactly.
Yeah. And like I only know this from like the trailer and stuff, but he acts as like the different characters throughout. Right?
And then he gets really OP in the end for some reason. Like he's just like strong as fuck out of nowhere. I don't know where that came from, but yep, it was just weird.
So speaking of Big Hero 6, we're gonna slot you right into B tier for Big Hero 6. I think it's better than the C tier list. Oh, maybe it's but we put Wreck-It Ralph in B tier, so Big Hero 6 and go in B tier. Next we have, what is this movie called? Fancy Free?
Huh?
It looks like Mickey Mouse on the front. So if I see to find...
It's definitely Mickey.
Fun and Fancy Free.
I have no idea what that is.
A blend of live-action animation, Fun and Fancy Free is comprised of two distinct tales linked by additional... What? Have you seen this, Kyle?
Nope.
I haven't seen it either. So, You know what that means?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. Oh, so the next one is a movie I was telling you about before, Kyle. Tangled. See, I actually really like Tangled. I like it way more than I like Frozen. It actually is like a cute little movie. There's a horse in it. It's pretty cool. I think he wields a frying pan as a weapon at one point. He's basically like a dog horse. So, Tangled is good. That's what I'm hearing in chat as well. So I think B tier. So we're gonna rock it. Where actually I did not check where this is on your list. Tangled's 21st, so top half. Frying pan OP though. That frying pan did a lot of damage in that movie. Let me tell you. So next is Princess and the Frog, and I thought Princess and the Frog was good. Now is that A? It's either A or B tier to me. Have you seen Princess and the Frog?
Because I don't recall it. I think I have.
So it is a relatively newer one.
Then I probably haven't then.
Yeah, so I think there's a shot that you haven't seen it. It takes place in like New Orleans area of the world.
9. Yeah, no, I get this movie.
Yeah, so I actually really liked it, and I thought all the characters are pretty cool. There's a lot of jazz influence, and I do enjoy me some jazz.
With its inclusion stuff?
That was probably a big part of the movie, too. But I generally think the movie was good. The main character is a frog for almost the entire movie. The villain was amazing, and Dorsey is agreeing with that as well. The croc was so good. There was a croc that, for lack of better terms, was basically Louis Armstrong. And loved it. He was a croc that played the trumpet amazingly. And it's just like, oh, look, he has this hidden talent. And, like, he tries playing it in front of people and they run away because he's a crocodile.
Oh, different Armstrong.
I said Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, but what's his name? His middle name is Louise.
Which one?
From FMA.
FMA?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist.
Really?
No.
No. His name's Alex Louise Armstrong. It's supposed to be, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna slot Princess and Frog into A.
You haven't watched FMA, Tony?
No. Brecken has tried to get me to watch it, and I just wasn't like super interested in it. But I'm gonna watch it eventually.
Please.
Next is Lion King. Lion King's gotta be an easy S tier, right?
Yes, tier. Something close. Yeah.
One of the easier movies to slot right into S tier. You know it's S. I know it's S. Kyle knows it's S. And chat knows it's S. Exactly. Yeah. And where did they put Lion King? Because, like, number 1 is really, like, all it should be, even though Pocahontas... It got number 12. I think this list is so fucked.
What's number 1 on that list?
Pinocchio.
Oh, Pinocchio, okay. So you said Pocahontas.
No,
right?
so I almost said Pocahontas, but no.
You did say Pocahontas.
And Dorsey said, I didn't cry during The Lion King. You didn't.
Bullshit.
You didn't.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
During that Mufasa scene, let me, tell you. Oh, and your brother mocks you for it. Okay. Yeah. Come on, that Mufasa scene. Let's go. Bolt. I liked Bolt, but I don't think many people are going to have, like, a great memory of Bolt.
Know what it is.
I think it honestly is like a C tier. But I really enjoyed it. So it's a dog that plays a superhero dog in a TV show. But in order to get the best performances out of the dog, they lead the dog to believe that the dog actually has those powers. So the dog goes through its entire life but like the entire movie is based on that, and like he goes into the real world and gets out of like his cage and stuff and finds out that he doesn't have any of those powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seems
Miley
cruel.
Cyrus is the cat in the movie. There's a cat, and that's Miley Cyrus, and the dog is voiced by John Travolta. Odd, very odd pairing, but like I like the movie. Take away the part with the cringe human, and it is great. Very fair. So I think maybe Miley was Miley the human? I thought Miley was the cat. I'm probably wrong in that.
Definitely pussy.
Let me see. I might be wrong. Let me look. DB.
Who the fuck is Nathan, by the way?
I don't know. He said he'd be here around 8. Miley Cyrus was... Oh, you're right. Miley Cyrus was the girl, not the cat. That is my bad. Yeah. Curb C was right. The hamster... Oh, yeah, there's a hamster that travels in a ball the entire time. Love him. I love me.
Sounds like a cruel movie through and through.
Cool or cruel?
Cruel.
How about cool or cruel for C tier?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
next, I love these next 2 movies. I'm gonna be honest. Lilo and Stitch is... I love Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, fucker was terrifying.
He was terrifying, but I loved him for it. You know what I'm saying? S for Stitch. S tier
Actually?
Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch, man.
Oh.
Where would you put it?
Hey.
A. Okay. I probably would be willing to come down to A on it,
I mean,
but
I don't actually. I don't think it goes with the S tiers.
I'll put it in A. But I just want you to know. I want everyone to
hurts,
know.
it's okay.
I love this movie. Stitch is a good boy. He's a dog, but he's not a dog.
Correct.
He's just an alien. And I
That's
really...
why I just don't think it is that much better than Toy Story. You know what I mean?
No, that's fair. It's probably not better than Toy Story. The more I look at this list, the more I'm like, oh, should Toy Story have been an S tier this entire time?
Maybe.
That's
a good wall to have there.
Yeah. So the last movie on our list, he's an ugly flied dog. Yeah, that's very fair of saying for Stitch. The last one is Moana. And boy, I really liked Moana. Speaking of movies that have songs that will stick with you, Moana has the song You're Welcome, and it also has Shiny.
I haven't heard either of them.
You haven't heard of either of them?
Nope.
You live in a sad little world, Kyle.
I feel like that's besides the point.
Kyle's like, why you bring this up right now? But yeah, I think Moana is an A tier movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it into A tier. Curbsy is saying that Toy Story is an S tier. Yeah, I'm. The more I look at the movies in A tier,
The more I look at the A tier, it kind of stands out better than the.
Right? Doesn't it like look way better than the other movies in the S
I
tier?
think so.
So maybe do we want to retroactively put Toy Story in S tier?
I'm down.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So Toy Story, we're gonna move up to S tier because it. Now A tier looks right.
Yeah. I agree.
Now everything in A tier kind of makes sense together, because like even like retroactively, there are a few movies that I'm thinking about changing, but I honestly like our list. The only movies that I would think about bumping would be like maybe like.
It's Pocahontas.
Yeah, we have to see Pocahontas and then give a grade on it.
I honestly don't remember I remember liking the movie actually.
I don't remember.
I don't know what happened, but I remember enjoying it.
So Leaky said, "Make it a cake for some reason." Your stream made me crave pineapple upside down cake. Hey.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I made someone want cake. Nice.
Thanks, Nathan, and harass him for not being here yet.
Oh my! And Dorsey's trying to start a war in the comments. Pineapple and pizza cake.
Can I?
No, you cannot ban. If that's what you're asking.
I wasn't gonna ban.
No timing out. Curve C is calling for the ban, but no, we're not bringing the ban hammer on Dorsey.
I was literally clicked on.
That's why, like, I heard Ken I, I'm like, no. No, Kyle.
That was actually just a better option because it would have been a click and not a type. And if it's a click, then it's 5 minutes, and I'm just too lazy to type. Only 1 second.
We're not. No, nah, we ain't doing that. But yeah, so this is our tier list for the animated Disney movies. I kind of want to like put this on Twitter and then get people angry at me. I'm gonna download that. So we're gonna download that one. And alright, so Nathan is not here, so I think yet again we're gonna push the League of Legends one back.
You gotta text him. I hit him with the hello question mark.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was tempted to log into League just to ask for him.
Yeah, he mentioned having League, so I don't want to push him too hard.
Games don't go 2 hours over.
No, like he was out doing things, and he thought he had time to come in, like in between, and I don't think he had time. So the last thing we're going to be doing on tonight's show is we are going to be ranking the class. These are just the basic classes in D&D.
All right.
So yeah, so the first one on the list is Barbarian. And I have a quick little description of Barbarians. Barbarian is a fierce warrior of primitive background who can enter a battle.
Can I ask
rage.
what books this entails?
I don't know. I was on D&D Beyond's website.
Okay.
So
are we taking into account like XGG and stuff like that?
I think this
rules?
just base rules. For the most part, for me, I don't know a whole lot of like custom stuff.
There's this guide to everything XG.
Yeah. So I'm going like D&D 5e, like base rules is what I'm thinking.
Sure.
PHB. I like most of these classes though. So.
I mean, same. Barbarians, you can make disgusting barbarians, and I'll put them in, like... Yes, easy.
Yeah, so, and D&D Beyond has...
One of my barbarians literally had 3 int. But
That's true.
Because it was a gnome, it had 5.
So, just looking at this, D&D Beyond has a breakdown of all these classes that people... pick, and 8% of players pick Barbarian.
Only 8?
Yes.
Can I hear this breakdown? Actually, like, fully? Like,
I don't... See, now I'm looking at it, and I think this does include a few, non... Okay, because this is saying this is a subclasses by class list, so it... let me make sure this is... yeah, so apparently, like, I don't think this equals 100%. But, Barbarian 8, Fighter 13, Rogue 11, Bard 7, Monk 7, Sorcerer 7, Cleric 8, Paladin 7, Warlock 9, Druid 6, Ranger 7, Wizard 8.
Okay.
But then it says at the bottom, Artificer 1, Artilist 36, Alchemist 28, Battlesmith 25. So...
That's just not true.
I don't know.
So...
Yeah, that's just the list I pulled up, but I think Barbarians are awesome. I played a Barbarian before, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Where are you thinking for Barbs?
S tier.
S tier, easy, I love it.
I think so, anyway.
I
can do disgusting things with Barbarians.
Also, I generally think, and Dorsey says go to intelligence, yep.
Yeah.
And also, like, a little bit of bias here is gonna look at things like Critical Role and look at Grog. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Like,
and that's why Druid's getting D tier, baby.
It's perfect.
D for Druid.
Who was someone a Druid in Critical Role?
Yeah, season 1, yeah.
Who was?
Aelith.
Oh.
What the fuck's her name? That's wife.
Yeah.
Marisha. There we go. We're golden gods. Jumps off a cliff, fucking splats.
Yeah. Dead.
If you haven't seen that,
It's
I can
great.
send you a clip later.
You sent me a clip back in the day
I'm
when I
pretty
first
sure I
started
feel,
watching
I feel
it.
like I sent that to you.
Yeah. The next one is Bard, and I feel like our good friend Chris would be upset if we didn't put this in
This
S
would be
tier.
upset if I didn't put this in S tier.
But a Bard is basically described as an inspired magician whose power
Actually,
echoes the
I'll be
music
right
of creation.
User left your channel.
Oh. I think he went to go talk to Chris about it. Yeah, I was gonna wait for him. But, yeah. So, I think Bard's an S tier. I've played
User joined
Bard
your channel.
Happy.
What did you ask him?
I said, hey, we're putting Bard in S tier for you. And he's like, well, where else will it go?
Very fair.
So, yeah.
I think Barbarian's on this list twice. Yeah, it's on this list twice, so we're just gonna pretend this other one doesn't exist. Because it's Barbarian again. We can just put Barbarian again in S tier.
That's how good they are.
But no, we're gonna just put that at the end of the list. So, next is Druid. And Druid is one of the classes that I don't have a lot of experience with.
I don't run one. They can be strong.
A priest of
I
old
think they
faith
do-
wielding the powers of nature and adopting animal forms.
I think they do too much and aren't particularly good at any of it.
So they're, you're basically saying they're like a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Um,
They can heal a little bit. They can tank a little bit by going to animal forms. They can damage the same way.
so maybe like B?
Yeah.
Because if they're average at everything.
Yeah.
That sounds
I don't know. Yeah, they're a little bit okay at everything. Like, it's...
That makes sense. Next we have the Cleric. Clerics can be really cool.
Yes. Can be.
Um, Hey, Curbsy's hopping out because they don't know much about D&D, but hit them up sometime for Among Us. Keep up the grind. Thank you so much for tuning in, Curbsy. Hope to see you around again sometime soon, friend. So, Cleric?
Let it go.
I think A. I would put it in A. I mean, you do know more about D&D, so I will, like, lean towards what you're saying.
Yeah. I just didn't know if A was too high.
I
I was thinking the same initially as well. So.
Yeah, because I think clerics can be really cool. You can just go full support. You could even be like a battle cleric. Like, I think there's some fun things you can do with that. The next one is fighter, which fighter.
Fighters, you multi-class with everything. I think
Yeah.
that's an easy here.
Which one did you say?
A.
A? Okay. Yeah, because I would say fighter for me, I think fighter was the first one I chose, the first class I've used, because I think
Yeah.
fighter is a very friendly...
It's just good. Like,
yeah.
It's
also
not...
friendly to begin D&D on, in my opinion.
Correct. So are barbs.
Yeah. Barbs and fighters, I think, like, are classes that I would probably suggest for a first-time player, for sure.
Maybe
Monk,
fighter's pretty easy to go with.
where would you put Monk? Because I don't have a whole lot of experience with monks.
Probably B. To
B?
be honest. I don't think they're great. They have potential,
Don't they?
but
yeah,
usually
they
you
have
just
potential.
fuck them up.
Yeah, like I knew someone who played a monk in a campaign. I'm trying to remember. Like they had some
They need
sort
a
of
lot of stats. It's
key
kind of a
points or
problem.
something. Do they have?
They have key points, yeah.
Yeah, and like they can do really cool things with those.
Yeah, they can do neat things with them, but the problem is they need too many stats, I think.
Oh, okay. I see what
Cool.
you're saying.
Um,
The next one we have is Paladin. And I remember...
I
the-
can do gross things in Paladins. A lot of people can do gross things in Paladins. I think that's also an S tier.
I was gonna say, Lothar was a Paladin, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Was it?
Oh, my brother's.
Yeah.
My brother's wasn't good. You should have seen the one that I used for a Battle Royale one that Chris made. It was fucking disgusting.
So you're saying S tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Sorkadin. And it was just gross.
I realized
Like,
I lied about which class was my first class I used. The first one I used was Rogue. Actually, it was the first campaign I played in, was Rogue. The fighter was like the first one that I think I like.
I don't really want to put any of these in like a bad tier.
No, I don't think any of them are bad. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because next is Ranger. Leaky is saying B for Ranger.
I'd agree with B tier for Ranger. I'd say maybe A for Rogue. I don't think I'd put it in S.
Because I know
you
Ranger
do
mostly through, yet again, Critical Role. And, oh goodness, Vex, right?
Yeah, with Vex and Vax.
Vex and Vex. And Vex forgetting to use their Hunter's Mark a lot.
Every time. But she had Trinket.
Yeah, she did. Trinket was
That stupid
amazing.
fucking 30 HP bear that just dies.
But I love that bear. He was adorable.
I don't actually know if it was 30. I just keep thinking 30.
He died a lot.
Low health. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just...
I like Rogue. I liked Rogue a lot, and like I enjoyed like stealth in the game.
Yeah.
Um,
they're just useful.
If you can get into the right position, you can do a crazy amount of damage.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Because I remember like Liam and Critical Role rolling like dies for a half hour based on the
Liam
damage.
was given a lot of broken things though.
Okay.
Liam had like for Liam to do that shit, he had to be level 17, and he needed like several legendary items, kind of thing, like to do that kind of gross shit. They are still good all the way up. Other tiers, like other classes, obviously will do more damage, and have more utility, but rogues are just usually just good.
Okay, so you're thinking A tier for Rogue then?
I am.
Okay, I like Rogues. So I'm not gonna put it anywhere bad.
Mine is fun. We got into a tower one time and I literally just popped every sleeping soldier. I lockpicked every room and one-shot every single one of them.
You love to see it.
By myself. We had the whole party there, and it's like, this is a whole tower full of fucking people, and I'm like, well, it's nighttime, and I have plus 11 to stealth. Let's go.
Leaky did say Rogue is the class that can solo kill a god, though.
Have you seen a Barbarian?
But, like, if it has that potential, should it be S tier?
I don't know what he means by that, because I don't think it can.
I am not super versed, but also Monk is extremely overpowered because
there and
could be
his
S tier
health be
movement.
pinging off 0, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Leaky also said also Monk is extremely overpowered because, and could be S tier because of their movement.
There's a lot of things you can do to fuck movement, though. Any kind of difficult terrain just fucks them. Like, I think they need too many stats. They're good all the time, and especially the low level, they're just bad. Like pre-10, I think they're just not good.
So, like, you're saying Monk is pretty much like a late term investment sort of deal that like
And then by then you're usually just getting outscaled anyway. But
I don't know. We're not gonna rank any of these bad. Because I think almost
Correct.
I think you can do really cool things with almost everyone.
This is also
classes.
very like everyone has different experiences with different classes, right? So
That is true. You could have, like, for example, maybe Leaky played with a rogue that was the most disgusting character ever and like destroyed everything, and maybe played with a monk that was like, this is the strongest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then Kyle, you may have played with a monk and was like, well. It didn't do so hot.
I've seen a couple, and they were like, eh.
Yeah.
I've also just read everything as well, and tried to like create things that were good.
So we have a sorcerer next.
Once again, disgusting things with sorcerer.
So what are you thinking?
Being able to twin cast is just gross. Like haste is just gross. There's so many just broken components of the class. And by broken, I mean broken, like overpowered broken.
Oh.
Sorcerer points. Yeah.
Nice. So I'm hearing S tier. That sounds
I'm
like
sitting on S tier for that.
S for sorcerer. Also, wasn't I know this isn't maybe the greatest like claim for sorcerer, but wasn't the guy who left Orion, like wasn't he like a sorcerer, like a dragonborn sorcerer? He did some pretty cool things.
Yeah, but he was bad.
Yeah, no, like he wasn't great with it, but like his character had
his teammates half the fucking time. Yeah. And didn't have the meta magic to protect them. Like, does that?
So next we have Warlock.
Chris knows more about them than me. I don't make that many Warlocks. If you multi-class with it properly, or for multi-classing.
Okay. So maybe
I don't think you run them primarily as that.
So maybe
you can
B
do
tier?
really gross things if you multi-class with them.
Because like I are we just judging this based off of what how good a Warlock is just as a Warlock? Or
I'm not. That's why I put Fighter in A as well.
All right, then
I was gonna put Warlock in A with it.
You want to put Warlock in A?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trusting you for these. And the last one we have is Wizard. I played with a Wizard once, and I remember them being cool, but like I don't remember.
In my opinion, they're just worse Warlock. They're worse sorcerers, but that's
So
they get way more spells though, so they have way more.
Yeah.
Not even per day. They get way more options for spells, but if you burn their book, they're fucked.
So, do you want to know the reason I liked
well.
the person that, like, the character? Because the person I played with named their character Izzard Gizzard the Lizard Wizard.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes.
My brain already wanted to do this, and then looking at the chart, it makes me want to make it even, Tony.
Yeah, we're going to put it in B, because look at that. Look how perfect that is, guys.
Get it.
Absolutely perfect.
And if Chris saw this, he'd know it was me.
Yeah, probably.
Just saying
it's like, no, this is Kyle. Alright, so Nathan, Nathan said he would be here at like 8 if he was coming by. And I don't see him around. So I am going to assume that means he's not tuning in. So I think we're gonna probably... Oh, no worries, Leaky. I think we're gonna end the podcast here. And so this is...
Nathan.
Yeah, I missed her boy. I'll have to try to see if we can... Because next week, Kyle, I have to figure out, with Halloween and everything. But Leaky, again, thank you for tuning in. Nice meeting you as well.
Oh, not doing shit for Halloween, Tony.
I was gonna say, you'll still be on Saturday, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do it. I might have to push it back like an hour or so, but I don't think you're gonna.
That's even better for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's better for you. You're not gonna care him that much. But this, guys, has been Background Noise episode 354. Thank you guys all for watching. We will catch you guys next time. There's a shot that I might stream again later tonight, but it obviously wouldn't be podcast. But can we get some pickle weasels in chat, Kyle? There they are, those beautiful little babies. And that is the episode. Peace.